For days, Millicent Koyoni and her family have been watching Kenyan police and forest rangers setting her neighbours' homes on fire across the valley from where she lives. She's wondering if her home will be next. The government says people here are living illegally in a forest reserve. Then security officers arrive. The police chief says we will not leave a single house here.
I feel awful. I have nowhere else to go. They're not respecting anyone's rights. They're just burning houses.
Government eviction guidelines say residents should be compensated and given 3 months' notice. This happened in minutes. And it's a similar story all the way down the valley. Community leaders say more than 160 homes have been destroyed in the last week. Rangers have beaten people and thousands are being made homeless. The Environment Ministry didn't respond to our request for comment. The people who lived in this home told us that their family's been here for generations, since before independence from British colonial rule. But the government says this is necessary to protect one of Kenya's most important water sources. The Mau Forest is the largest highland tropical forest in East Africa. The rainfall caught here feeds more than a dozen rivers and 6 major lakes. An estimated 10 million people depend on it. Down on the plains, farmers and herders have been struggling with reducing water levels for years. Scientists say that's because more than a quarter of the forest has been destroyed since the 1990s, mainly by growing human settlements. Last week, President William Ruto said the government will regenerate it with help from foreign donors, and so the people have to go.
Those who left voluntarily, we will relocate them. But those who are still in the forest now, sort yourselves out very fast and leave, because we are going to put a fence.
Ruto was among politicians who encouraged people to settle in the forest in the 1990s. Rights groups say some of them made money from selling irregular land titles. The forest's been shrinking rapidly ever since. Kimanisho Koyoni says she was born here 60 years ago. In the 1980s, the government told her community they were outside the forest reserve and issued numbers for their plots of land. Now, her home's in ashes.
We know the forest boundary is 0.5 kilometre away from here. The government's ignored the boundary and taken our land. It's important to preserve the environment, but this is not the right way to do it.
Previous rounds of evictions have also been marred by reports of rights abuses. None of them have stopped the destruction of the forest. Malcolm Webb, Al Jazeera, Narok County, Kenya.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.